Yes, I was sitting here and I figured, you know what? I'm laying here. I need to make some kind of content. Let me do an about me post because I realized I never really hang out with anybody, and so therefore nobody really knows me. I don't try to be in the mix. I really like to keep to myself. So I figure, you know what? What the heck? I might as well do like a little about me post. It'll be easy simply because of the fact that I don't use any of my own personal information for like security purposes, because I just think that's just the most ignorant thing you could ever do is, what high school did you go to? And you put your actual high school. You guys are crazy if you do that. Like, don't do that. Make up a different life and use that information. Don't use your personal information. That's just wild work. You're already putting your face out there. Anyways, I digress. I got the timer set for 10 minutes. Let's see how quick I can get this done. My name is Britisha. I go by Tisha. My name is spelled like British with an A at the end, so Britisha is what it looks like, but it's pronounced Britisha, which is Hebrew for God's covenant girl. It was gifted to me by my mom's dad, David O'Brien, who studied the language and everything, and that was the name he came up with. Used to not really like it that much, so I went by Tisha, and people couldn't really say it. I would get called like Patricia and Batista and Barista and all kind of stuff, just never Britisha. So I go by Tisha. I'm the middle of three. I had an older brother named Sly who passed in 2016. I have a little sister. We call her Bree or Nani. I call her Nani. I call her sister. He was 5 years older than me. She's 2 years younger than me. What's funny is that my birthday is 6/4/89 and hers is 4/6/91. We're 2 years apart, and the months are opposite, and it's 4/6, like before it's two. It's two girls. Like, it's so crazy. We have so many coincidences when our birthday. I love it so much. Like I said, I was married at 18. Met my kid's dad when I was probably like 15, something like that, 16, somewhere around there. He was actually my brother's best friend, one of the many famous people of the town in which I grew up in, which is Barstow. We got together, had some children. It wasn't necessarily something that we were gonna do, was get married, at least not right away. And if we had it our way, probably wouldn't have. And we may actually be married today and have a healthy relationship. His parents were religious, my parents were religious, and it was kind of like you're getting married, or y'all got to figure out other living situations. And me not having anything to my name because I had just turned 18, like literally I turned 18 June 4th, and then by the 27th of June I was married. His dad married us in his church, and my mother-in-law was our witness. We went back to their house. They signed the paperwork, or he signed the paperwork, and then I took a nap. I was tired. I was pregnant. I had my first son at 18. I was married. Like I said, married at 18, and I had him in September. A year later, I had my daughter, Kaden. And honestly, the next several years just kind of like blurred together being a mom. Like, I went to school for early childhood education, for psychology. I helped my mom do her EMT classes. I started a business called Black Friday. I had my other son, my middle son, Roderick, in 2010. Kind of just lived, life being a mom, like really just being a mom and being a wife for the next several years. 2013, I had my last daughter, Zoe, and then my son, Dax, crept in there. I was working at this motel at the time in Barstow, and because of some stuff, the twin had aborted itself, and my body was trying to vacate my son as well. So I had to stop working. I ended up moving to Washington for a bit after having my son Dax, me, my husband, and our kids. We moved to Washington. During this time, we were out there around 20. We moved out there 2015, something like that, beginning of 2016, something around there. I think it was the end of 2015, middle of 2015. We moved out to Washington. During this time, my brother was having a lot of surgeries, and he had ended up passing away April 21st 2016, I do believe it was. So I wasn't there for that, which sucked because my brother was one of my best friends. After that, though, we did end up moving back to California so I could be there with my mom. She took it the hardest. My mom's had an amazing life. Ran away from home at 2 because her parents were extremely abusive and they were drunkards, and she had a lot of siblings. I mean, double-digit siblings, who were always in trouble with the law as well, and they were always getting beat on. So my mom, at 2 years old, ran away, and my grandpa, who's her now dad, was just like a parole officer and probation officer at the time for her brothers. And long story short, she ended up getting adopted by him, and now she's my mommy. Wouldn't have it any other way, but she's been through the ringer. When I tell you the ringer, that woman has been through it. And I posted many times about my mom, so you might have seen some of my other posts, but I enjoy being a mom more than anything. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be a mom. Like, there's been many times in my life where I want to give up and they just gave me motivation. And then there's times I'm thinking like, man, they could have been so much better off without me. And they're always like, no, never that. So they make me feel really great about myself, even though I should just feel great about myself anyway. They really help me feel good about myself. Being a mother makes me look back on, my parents and how they raised me and my siblings, and I'm thankful for everything they've given us and everything they instilled in us, because without them, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. I wouldn't be the mother that I am today. And I know a lot of people will look at me and think, oh, Tisha, you're messing up. But like, in a lot of ways, I know I'm not. In the most important ways, I know I'm not. And it's going to be what's going to contribute to the world in the future. And I couldn't be more thankful of it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Give you guys some more personal details about myself. But thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope you guys have a good night.